Today, you guys are going to be practicing finishing solving your tables and graphing it on a graph. You will be working with non-proportional relationship. You will have something that has a table and a graph, and they'll ask you to make a table and graph the solutions for each equation. For this one, here is our equation. Y equals 3x plus 1. Now, they gave us the x value, which is these, and you're going to take it to substitute one by one into that value, which is 3x, meaning 3 multiply that number. Then you're going to solve for the y value. So what happens when x is -2? I'm going to use the same equation. Y equals 3 parenthesis -2 plus 1. Solving using PEMDAS, order operations. 3 times -2 is -6 plus 1. Now you owe $6 and you have $1. I still owe $5. So y is equal to -5. So when x is -2, y is -5. Now we have what happens when x is -1. So y equals 3 parenthesis -1 plus 1. 3 times -1 is -3 plus 1. I owe $2. I owe $3 and I have $1. That means I'm going to owe $2. When x is -1, y is going to be -2. Then we have what happens when x is 0. Y equals 3 times 0 plus 1. 3 times 0 is equal to 0. We add 1. So now y is equal to 1. So when x is 0, y is. Then we have x is 1. So I'm going to go up here. Y equals 3 times 1 plus 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. Now y is equal to 4. So when x is 1, y is 4. Okay, and then I have one more. What happens if x is 2? And I'm going to go down here. Y equals 3 times 2 plus 1. All I'm doing is substituting the number of these into the x value. So that would be 6 plus 1. Now y is equal to 7. When x is 2, y is 7. Now we are going to be graphing. And first, I'm going to graph my first pair, which is this one. Then we're going to have our second pair, which is this one. Then we're going to have our third pair. Then we're going to have our fourth pair. And then we're going to have our fifth pair. So our first pair, our x value. And if I took these value and I actually wrote it out, it will be -2 and -5, -1 and -2, 0 and 1, 1 and 4, 2 and 7. So I'm going to graph. Remember, we always graph our x first and then our y. So graphing this, I have -2 going down to -5. So that will be -4. It's going 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be here. We start there. I'm done with that one. Then we have -1 down to -2. That's our second point. We have 0 going up to 1. That's our third point. Then we have 1 going up to 4. That's our fourth point. And then we have 2 going up to, it's about up here. Okay, it went off the chart. So now I'm going to use a ruler. And if you don't have a ruler, all you're really doing is checking to see if there is a straight line going through all of these points. And if I graph this correctly, and if I did my points correctly, my point should have a straight line. And that will be my straight line going through those points. Now you're going to practice a few problems.